Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Play Together, Stay Together podcast, the number one podcast in the land. I'm Zach. That's Rachel. For those of you that haven't been listening in a while, we are back. We're back with another episode. We're going to keep this train rolling the way that it's been rolling, where we're splitting the episodes up into two parts. We're going to keep doing that, right?
Yep.
Yeah. What are our two parts going to be for this one?
We're going to talk about Orlando, our last trip we went on.
Yes.
And staying present in your relationship.
Ooh, love it.
Mm-hmm.
Love it, love it, love it. So, Orlando, we just got back from, as you know, another trip. It's kind of our thing, right?
Yep.
It was so much fun. It was a good little getaway. It was after Christmas, kind of before all of the golf trips and all that stuff that we have coming up.
It was nice and relaxing.
It was nice and
We
relaxing.
had nothing planned.
Yeah.
It was just nice.
Yeah. You know, we looked at it as, okay, we're going to have Christmas. That's going to be, a lot of hustle, a lot of bustle. We got family coming and, gifts and all this and that. So we wanted a little getaway.
Yeah.
Plane tickets were cheap.
Yeah, and we stayed at your parents' condo.
Yep.
The timeshare. So, what do you pay? A maintenance fee?
Right. It was easy.
Yeah.
It was super easy. So let's go through it. What did we do when we were in Orlando?
Well, it was colder than normal. I think every
yeah.
state's having a cold front, it seems like. We thought we were getting away from the heat, or from the cold to the heat.
Yeah, we want the heat.
Yeah, we definitely want the heat. But it was like 50 most days, and then some days it was 40s. It was kind of chilly, but we still went swimming, and
yeah, the day we got there
relaxed.
was real warm.
Yeah, that day was really nice.
And the resort had that big pool.
Yeah.
So we were able to go swimming in there.
And there was like nobody there.
That was
so
perfect.
We found a nice little hot tub and like I don't know, the little townhouses that you guys stay in for your golf trip.
Yeah.
And we met two other couples there, and that was the only people in the pool.
It was sweet. It was
fun.
It was really nice.
But where did we go? We went to
SeaWorld.
Yes, I forgot about SeaWorld.
Yeah, so for all you parents out there, we did a family trip to Orlando back in June of 2022, and, it's so expensive to take. We have two girls, as you've seen on our podcast. It's so expensive to take them to Disney and Universal and this and that. So we decided, all right, we're going to pick one park, and we're really going to focus on that park. And we went with SeaWorld because they have a water park that's Aquatica, and since it was June, it was kind of perfect to take them. But when we were looking at the ticket prices, it made more sense for me and Rachel to get season passes to SeaWorld that got us into Aquatica, and it got us a couple free tickets that we were able to give to the girls. So we really got our money's worth.
Oh, yeah.
Tons and tons of our money's worth. So we went to SeaWorld, which was a blast.
Yeah, we went early and there was nobody there, so we got to walk the whole park by ourselves pretty much.
See the shows, Shamu. I guess they're not called Killer Whale.
Yeah.
Or
we left halfway through the orca show because Zach decided to sit in the splash zone thinking it wouldn't get us. It was way too cold for that, so we left. He's like, I promise you won't get wet. No.
Yeah. Those animals are big, and they make big splashes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We went to Mia's Italian for dinner that night.
Yeah, I think we've talked about that place before, and I was not impressed this time like I was last time.
I think it's because, one, it was just the two of us. I think family style was way easier when you have more than two people. Like, it was easier with your parents there.
Yeah.
And we've been on like a little health journey too, where we watch when we eat, and I don't know if your stomach shrank after so long, but we did not get $40 worth of food each.
No, and the food, I didn't think the food was as good. Last time they let us take like doggy bags, and I don't know if that was our server was just real cool, and this guy was not cool, but just more of a stickler for the rules.
Yeah, he was a rule follower for sure.
Yeah, we don't want rule followers. If you're a server,
break the rules a little bit. We'll give you a better tip.
I used to be a server. Callie's a server. Rachel was a server. You live on tips. You want to know how to get a good tip? Hook it up, right? Right.
Yeah. I'll sneak you a bag if you give me a good tip.
Yeah, come on now.
But my thing is, we didn't even order that much, I don't think, but they wasted. They just throw it away, and I just don't like that.
Yeah.
So we won't be doing that again. But the food I thought was really good. The Caesar salad and the pizza
are my favorite.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
And then we just kind of hit up a couple other restaurants, a couple other just little places that we like to go. We found some new spots. It was a blast.
Yeah, it was just nice. There was no agenda.
No, and that was nice because usually, I mean, you've heard me talk about the itineraries and how I always know exactly where we're going, exactly what we're doing, and we didn't have that here.
No, I mean, we did it with the food. That
Yeah.
was about it.
Yeah, except
The last day.
one day the thing wasn't open, and then one thing that we've been doing with our food, we kind of talked about it when we went to Savannah. Our last night, we don't want to go sit down at a restaurant like we've been doing. So what we do is we go to a bunch of different fast food restaurants, buy a whole mess of food, and just take it back to the hotel and eat it on the bed.
Yeah,
It's kind of becoming a little thing of ours.
It's fun.
It is
cheap
fun.
And you get a little date out of it.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a great trip. It was a good, relaxing, just get some R&R and...
Yeah, it was just enough time, Thursday
Yeah.
to Sunday.
Yeah, it
Or
was
Thursday to Saturday, right?
Sunday morning. Yeah, we came
yeah.
home early. But it was great. We were able to fly out of our local airport. We didn't have to drive to a big airport, so that was nice.
Yeah.
It was a good getaway.
Yeah, I love them.
Good getaway. And, Orlando, speaking of Orlando, I'm going back to Orlando in a couple weeks with a bunch of buddies. We're going for a golf trip. I'll post a bunch of that, especially on my personal Instagram. And super excited about that. Did the itinerary, did it all. And then the day after we get back from there, what do?
We're going to the Mardi Gras bar crawl.
Mardi Gras bar crawl. We got awesome outfits.
Yeah.
We'll post a bunch of that. We'll talk about that on a future episode. But that was our gift to my sister and her boyfriend was the Airbnb and the entry tickets to go to this bar crawl. We talked about the Santa one. We did the Santa one. This same company, same spot. But yeah,
It's going to be fun.
And it was a great gift.
Yeah.
To give them. My sister's boyfriend is a really nice guy. I really like him, and we don't get gifts for each other. Like, I don't buy gifts for my sister, and she doesn't buy gifts for me. It's just more about the kids. But we were in a gift exchange, and Rachel and I both pulled the names of my sister and her boyfriend, and that's how we got it for them. But his reaction
was priceless.
He was thrilled.
I want to give him a gift every year just for his reaction.
Thrilled. And, I couldn't be happier. So excited that we get to spend this time with them. But, yeah, that's coming. The golf trip stories will be coming.
You have a spring break coming up, too, at your mom's. And
Yeah. For all the parents out there, it's easy when you have young kids and you figure out where you're going because they don't have really a say in where you're going. They just are along for the ride. Well, as you know, Callie's getting older and, she's going to be 18 soon. So we try to let her in 5 months. She's producing the show right now. She'll be 18 in 5 months. She keeps letting us know. But we're trying to let her kind of make more of her own decisions. And if there's things that we're doing that she doesn't want to do, we're not treating her like we treat our 8-year-old and make her do it. We just kind of, we make arrangements so she doesn't have to do the things she doesn't want to do. But she decided she wants to stay home and hang out with her friends, which at 17, 18, that's what I wanted to do. So it's just going to be Addison, myself and my sister going down. But we're going to go visit my parents down at their lake house, and that should be fun.
Yep.
A lot of big stuff kind of on the horizon. And then after that, we got Europe, which we've been planning every couple tell them what we do.
We made the agenda and we separated each day. So like our first day is going to New York and then Rome and getting on the cruise, and we just plan it by that. But we pick a day and we do a couple hours every night. Not every night, every couple nights. And we figure out, we just research that city, the cruise port, what to do. We watch YouTube videos of travelers, and we have found so many things of just like hidden gems in Italy and Greece that we had no idea existed.
We would have gone into this completely blind, but we watched these YouTube videos of these people that are like, oh, when you get off the ship, turn right, and for €2, you can get on this ferry that'll take you to a part of Santorini that you wouldn't normally see.
Yeah.
Or, you get on this bus and you get to go here. So it's been so much fun
Yeah.
planning out what we're going to be doing.
Yeah, and find all the cool food spots, and
Yeah.
it's actually really helpful because her name is like Lauren or something, but she's a YouTuber and she travels all over, and that's what she does for a job. But I'm getting so much inspiration from her outfits.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I'm gonna have to buy a whole new wardrobe just for Greece, but it's awesome. So it's definitely helping us in many ways, not just what to do there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I'm so excited.
that's coming up. So there's tons of great content that's coming. We like to share. I get so many DMs and people tagging me in this or tagging me in that, and everybody seems to like that we're sharing about all this. So we'll keep it up. But yeah, that's all I got right now for like the Orlando stuff, and we'll take a quick little break and we'll be right back, and we'll get into staying present. All right, we'll catch you in a minute. Hey, what's up, guys? We are back with this episode, part 2 of the episode, and what are we talking about?
Staying present in your relationship, marriage, friendships, family.
Yeah, all of
Everything.
it. I think it's all important. It's all something that maybe doesn't get talked about a lot when you talk about relationship stuff.
Yeah, it gets pushed to the side.
It does.
It's not something that's on people's mind or...
No, but it's super important.
Oh, yeah.
For everybody. And I'm not just talking about, the husband being present to the wife, but also the father being present to his kids and, a friend being present to their other friends. Mm-hmm. I think is really important. And when we say being present, we're kind of focusing on, 2023, what is big on people's minds and has been for the last, 10, 15 years is being in their phones or being distracted by, the computers or stuff, all this outside noise that's taking away from, I guess what, in my opinion, is what's really important.
Yeah.
So, how can we stay more present? What can we do to be more present?
Well, I think, and we have different schedules than a lot of people, but putting your phones aside, putting them on a charging port, and just playing games with your children or watching a movie together and keeping the phones away is huge. And that's a small step. You can just start with that.
Right.
But, I think, I feel like we stay present in each other's lives how so easy. Like when I get home from work, and you're off, we have an idea of what we're doing. We work out, we sauna, we do our errands, we prep dinner, all that stuff. Where we're so busy, we're not on our phones.
Yeah.
And I feel like we try and do that with our kids too. When they get home, talk about school, let's do a game, let's
family
make dinner.
dinners. Yeah. I agree. I think that gets lost, and that has to break up so many relationships from just the constant not communicating, verbally and, with touch, but communicating on your phone is just such a hindrance to relationships now that it's got to be pushing people apart from each other.
Well, yeah, because think about those social media apps, Snapchat, TikTok, Instagram, all these things. There's so many distracting things on there that could, I don't want to say lead the wandering eye, but it takes you away from your person or your family because you'd be more interested in what's on that app.
Right. So. And you see that all the time. And I see it a lot, where I work in a firehouse, and guys are constantly on their phones, and I'm a victim of it too. They're on their phones or they're playing video games in their rooms by themselves when, it'd be so much more fun. And a lot of times on my shift, we've really been doing this is we're out there playing ping pong or we're doing a training or we're just sitting watching a movie together and laughing together, that it builds such a good team. And that's, in a work setting. And then when you bring it home, like you said, is when you get home, we'll work out together. Okay, well, when we work out, we'll put, YouTube up or something that's just background noise to where we're not focused on it. Mm-hmm. We're focused on our workout and we're communicating about our day. Yeah. But then when we get in the sauna, we individually watch TikTok or scroll our phone, but it doesn't feel like we're separate.
No, because we still talk, even though we're watching TikToks.
And then, throughout the night, we try to really set our phones aside and not be on them so we can be present with each other, so we can talk about our day, or we'll sit down and, plan our vacations, or we'll sit with our kids and just hear about what they have to say and what's going on in their lives. And I could see how a distraction of a phone or, computer or something like that could really create a tumultuous relationship, because I've been in situations where I've been talking to somebody and they're sitting on their phone.
Yeah, and they're like, "What'd you say?"
Right.
Really?
Right. That doesn't make me feel
so
important.
rude.
And that doesn't make me want to be around you.
Yeah.
But if I can sit there and we can have a conversation and you're not picking up your phone every 10 seconds and I'm not on my phone, staying present is so important.
Mm-hmm.
And, I'm not saying this generation, I'm saying this world that we're living in right now, it's so easy to get out of that habit of staying present.
Yeah, because being on your phone is so easy.
So easy. And it's so entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
You have literally everything at your fingertips that can entertain you forever, that, maybe some people are intimidated that they have to live up to that. If they have somebody that's constantly on their phone, they're like, well, I'm not going to be able to pull them away from that. I don't have that entertainment value.
It's intimidating.
It is. And I see it a lot with older people. Like I'll be around my dad, and my dad doesn't carry a cell phone. My dad,
a cell phone.
Right. He can't.
What's that ringing?
And it's the generational thing. But I'll see him, sitting on the couch with my sister, and she's in her 20s, so she's Snapchatting, and she's not on social media, but she's on social media, and it frustrates him because he wants that interpersonal communication, that one-on-one time, and maybe she's a little bit more preoccupied, and everybody falls into that. Mm-hmm. But we really got to be cognizant and really tell ourselves when we're around people that we care about.
Yeah. I mean,
be present.
Think about Addie, for example.
Yeah.
She's got Roblox or whatever it's called, and she, as soon as she gets on the school bus, till we tell her at home to get off of it, she's on her phone.
Yeah.
She's not present with us. Times. Yeah, well, she has until 5 o'clock, like when she's home. So 45 minutes of home time that she can have her phone, and then it's put away.
Yeah.
But I remember there was a time where I would go to bed, I'd look at my phone.
Yeah.
And then I would wake up. What happened in the 8 hours I was sleeping? Nothing. But why am I so attached to it? I had to mentally tell myself, okay, you don't need to be on your phone like this. Your husband's laying right next to you. Cuddle with him.
Yeah.
Or your kids are in the next room. Let's get everybody up. Let's start, family day. Yeah, that was bad, but I had to tell myself you can't do that.
And we've really been, lately trying to push okay, let's make sure that we do an activity with the kids. Mm-hmm. Whether it's playing Legos or cooking dinner together or something that is not on electronics, but we're together. Yeah. And our kids have really adapted to that, and I think they enjoy it.
Yeah.
Just with Callie, usually it's not as much of a game as it is you just talking, hearing about her day, hearing about her friends, and kind of what's going on with her life. Whereas Addison, it's Legos. playing a game or something, but that's what your kids are going to remember. That's what your spouse is going to remember. That's going to be what helps you stay out of a divorce or stay in a relationship, or even with your close friends, the people that aren't your family but are important to you. That's what they're going to appreciate.
Oh yeah.
Everybody has a different amount of friends, and some friends are closer than others, but I really try to make a point to reach out to those friends that I really care about. Not that I don't care about all my friends, but really create those interpersonal communications, that letting them know that they're important to me by staying present with them.
Yeah.
And it's just all aspects of life. Mm-hmm. It's very important.
Yeah. And it's just like communication, like we talked about. It's a two-way road.
Yeah.
Everyone's got to do it, not just one. Because if one person does it, it's like you said, people are gonna make this. Wait, what'd you say?
Yeah.
It's.
Well, and we've gotten in those situations before where we'll be sitting on the couch and we're just watching a show. We're not talking, we're just watching a show. But she'll look over and I'm on my phone and she'll say, hey, get off your phone. Yeah. We don't have to be talking. We don't have to be doing these things. We just have to be present.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's huge. It's absolutely huge, and I think a lot of people take being present for granted, and they think, well,
I'm here.
right, me and my kids are in the same room. They're playing video games. I'm on TikTok. We're in the same room. We're present. We're together. No,
out.
bro, you're not. You're not getting that quality that is what, those people around you, those people that love you, those people that want to be there, they want you to be present.
Yeah. I remember being in high school, and I never wanted to be home, and so Jen and I would always go to our friend's house, and we'd be sitting on the couch on our phones, like, what the hell are we doing?
Right.
And her mom would be like, you guys aren't even talking to each other. Why are you even here? I don't know.
Right.
Good question.
Right. Yeah, there's definitely a time for the phones, and you need that time to wind down, and a lot of people use that as like a way to decompress, and I agree with it. I do it too.
Yeah. I mean, everyone needs phone time, but
yeah,
you're on it a lot at work. I'm on it a lot at work. Our kids are probably on, well, maybe Cal at school because she's in high school, but Addie is on it for 45 minutes on the bus. Like, you kind of get that decompression time.
Yeah.
At your job or on the way home, things like that. So
when it's time to be present,
there should be no issue.
There should be no issue. You should be present. And if somebody in your life isn't being present with you, whatever you think that means, communicate it with them.
Yeah. And remember, write it down if you have to. If it's uncomfortable for you to bring that up with your spouse, your friend, whoever it is, write it down. Be like, hey, I got a note for you.
Yeah.
Let's be more present. Here's how we can do it.
Yeah. Or if you want, the absolute best way that you could tell them is go to Instagram and then go to Play Together, Stay Together podcast page, click on the link tree, find this episode, send it to them, and they'll get the hint. Here, I'll tell them directly. If you got sent this podcast, you're not being present. Your person that sent it to you doesn't want to tell you.
So we will.
But I don't know you, so I don't care. Be present. When somebody, if Rachel told me, hey, I want you to be more present, the only way that I can look at that is she loves me so much that she wants all of me. She wants my attention. She doesn't want to share it with people that we don't know that are doing funny things or dancing or whatever they're doing on the internet. She wants all my attention.
Yeah.
And as a husband, it's my responsibility to give her all my attention. As a father, it's my responsibility to give them all my attention. As a friend, as a coworker, as a boss, as whatever, it's my responsibility to give them my undivided attention and to be present in whatever situation calls for.
Mm-hmm. I agree with that.
Yeah. So be present. Callie's behind the scenes. She's producing, and she is just thumbs up. She gets it. She completely agrees. If we turned on her microphone, she'd say it. We're not going to turn it on because she won't stop talking if we do. She's a teenager. She likes to chit-chat. I'm sure she's going to be on the podcast here soon. But if we can leave you kind of with something to take away from this show, it's be present. And if people aren't being present to you, that you want them to be present to you,
speak up.
Speak up. Or send them this show.
Yep.
Right?
Right. Absolutely.
You got anything else?
I don't.
No? All right. You want to take us out?
Thank you.
It was good talking with you guys. We will be back next week with another episode of Play Together, Stay Together podcast. See ya.
Bye.